something is going out. Like, he has so many annoying cards, man. And with Up The Beanstalk, we basically never, absolutely never whiff on value. Also not on land, so our game will be absolutely insane soon. I can get the shield counter, because that will mean that I can deadly cover up everything and then attack with the Titan. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today one of the fan favorite deck made even better, because we are going full ramp mode today. Ramp is in insane place because we have both Tyrant, Titan of Industry. With those 8 cards you can stabilize so well against the aggro decks, because all of them life gains. And with Up The Beanstalk we get even better value, because every 5 and 7 drop we play instantly draws us more 5 and 7 drops. So we can go absolutely crazy with this deck. You saw a glimpse of this in the intro. The games will be pretty insane, and we'll talk about how to make it, rotation proof in the outro. So stay tuned. And I mean, yeah, let's go into games. And if you want to support this channel with a single click, man, how easy is it? Just click subscribe, like the video, and you already did your part. So thank you for that. And yeah, today games will be fire, so I think you will enjoy them. Have fun. Right, this is actually a really interesting hand. We get so many Beanstalks that if we ever get to 5, 6 and 7 drops, we should be absolutely flooding them with value. So we just need to survive, the early game, and we should be absolutely golden. Let's go Forest, because that might suggest we won't remove the creature. It's not like, they have too many thoughts about it. And with cycling from Up The Beanstalk, we should start hitting more lands, which is super important. Alright, I honestly don't need this Titan, because Up The Beanstalk will give this value. Alright. Unfortunate, you never like to see the bat, but at least we can kill it, right? So they kinda are forced to take go for the throat, which opens the rest of the place. And it's a little bit scary, especially if they follow with another bat. They can take Zendikar, and this is our main ramp spell. Like, I'm trying to get into 4 mana so I can go Zendikar. Alright, this is a nice draw. A very nice draw. And start getting more cards and more value. We just need to survive. Honestly, Deadly Cover Up is the card we want right now. If I can sweep the board, they won't be able to ever outvalue us. He needs to make a powerful play this turn. Oh, this is not a bad one. Not a bad one. It doesn't really matter, but let's go for Elemental, because this costs the most green mana. And let's go. I mean, we are close. Will that be quick enough? I hope. I hope. Let's go for second black for Deadly Cover Up and 1 Forest. Honestly, I could see double Swamp also the play. Alright, our opponent will get a value. A lot of value, but now we are starting. And they cannot remove Up The Beanstalk probably. Shrouded is the best, the absolute best roll they could get, because this is exactly the counter to drawing mass cards. Well. Not amazing. Not amazing. I could go with the Tyrant, and I will, because they have so many Death Touchers, this will die. The problem is that I'm gaining 3 life and I'm paying 4. I need to hit removal, Deadly Cover Up, then I win the game. Alright, we just need to survive now. Man, this was pretty devastating. So they can kill it, but then we get 1 card and 3 life gain, so we actually heal if this dies. Because all the life loss was due to Up The Beanstalk. But I'll be honest, look at their curve. Bat, Preacher, Shrouded. This deck cannot go any higher than this. This is as good as it gets. And we didn't hit a single removal this game, so, that's the first one. And that's the only problem. If you can kill Shrouded, like you are Golden Wood, just go for the throat into Invasion, and they need another Shrouded. By the way, those sleeves are super cool. I really like them. Alright. Drawing cards, which is nice for them. The life gain doesn't matter, but the rest does. Don't forget, this will be the artifact creature, so they cannot go for the throated. And I'm trading. Like, we need to start trading. Especially that soon we just need 1 turn without Shrouded on board and untapped mana. We're definitely overdrawing Zendikars right now. The problem is that he might have another Shelly. But it's fine. This one is an artifact, so the red mana cannot burn 6 toughness usually, and they cannot use the usual black card to remove stuff, go for the throat. So this might be a problem for them. A Tapland, sure. I wonder if they are like big score deck. They shouldn't be, but they might. They can, you know, use Shot the Sheriff or something, so it can die, but it's not easy. Our opponent, it feels like they have options. Let's, you know, care about... I could kill both of the creatures, to be honest. Yeah, this would be better. I should probably just kill the bat. Because then I get another go for the throat, and I think I will only Zendikar this turn. Man, imagine if we didn't have to use this 2 mana. So I honestly think we attack Zendikar. We don't care about the life total, we just care to survive this. Yeah, if I have 6 mana, I cannot do anything here. I think we go Cottage here. I wonder what they have. It feels they have something. Alright, so they will kill it somehow, it seems. Doesn't make sense to do it now. Let's get all the swamps. We want forest for, you know, the core thing. Because it can only take forest from your deck. And I mean, let's make decisions. I think this will die somehow. I don't know how, but it seems to be dying. Peter Triumph. Alright, that's a good one. That's a good one. And let's go for the Cottage. It also pressures to flip one of those. We're at 11, we have Titan and we have Tyrant into Tyrant, so we will win the value game always. We just need to survive, and so far his tempo was absolutely flawless from start to finish. Moment he, you know, like bumps for a single turn, he's out, completely out. That's the only thing keeping him in the game. Alright, there's still second combat phase. It could be Shelly. Shelly is the worst one. Tiny Bones is acceptable. Just don't short at me, and I will be happy. Alright, this is scary. Not gonna lie, this is very scary. We'll probably start discarding lands.
I don't need respect.
Oh, right. I don't think they should go for the life gain. I actually don't have enough basics to support this. I actually don't need this card, so this is a good deal for us. Alright, you know what? I think our opponent... let's go for a dinosaur. Cause why not? It should be the Tyrant, right? Do I have enough mana? Well, we will draw some cards. We will draw some cards, my friend. I think we need to be careful of milling. Like, honestly. Alright. This is nice. Now, alright, I can only mill. Right. Okay. Unfortunately, we cannot attack with the Cottage, which would be absolutely amazing. I could go Nissa, but that will cost me a lot of life, and I want to set up the life gain. Right now, I kinda can tank both Opnixes, and I can get more. I can just keep playing Tyrants until end of the game, man. I really think we need to be careful about the cards. We only have 34, and I will draw more than control deck soon. We can, man, Opnix, man, I'll be honest, this guy really doesn't whiff. Like, double Opnixes is the next stage of the problems. Like, after shorted, then answering our threat, then going double Opnixes. At every step, our opponent is just making problems for us. So he is on his best draw right now. I think we decline this one. The life gain can matter in the super late game when it's, you know, between milling us ourselves and just racing him. So we need to be a little bit careful here. Show me. Man, how many more answers he can have? I honestly think I want Takenuma. I need mana more than anything else. And I need to kill those. And then we can start playing fair magic. Alright. Not so fair, I guess. Alright, let's get my turn. I think I will have to sweep the board now. We will play this. This is kinda a giveaway, so maybe I shouldn't do it. But I will. I absolutely will. I could kill both. I don't think they will try it, right? I definitely have to deadly cover up on this turn. So we can kill one Obnixis and tank the damage maybe? I kinda like it. And we need to attack first, because the token will have summoning sickness. So we get rid of one of the big problems. Maybe, unless he sacrifices this, which can be an option, but I don't think it's the best one. Yep, free value, thank you. Our opponent knows that we are doing a lot of stuff this turn. Thank you, Obnixis, because we didn't go for the cottage and it's extremely good here. I will definitely evidence. I don't know what I'm going to get rid of, but something is going out. Like, he has so many annoying cards, man. And with Up The Beanstalk, we basically never, absolutely never whiff on value. Also not on land, so our game will be absolutely insane soon. And it already nearly is. It's sharded. Man, why did I even think? By the way, I have the skin. And after one game of seeing it, I stopped using it. So, Sorin, Liliana, they have a lot of planeswalkers that are super annoying. And this deck is super annoying. Like, I love it. Like, it's a cool deck. Alright. I honestly think we let this through. Yep, face is the place. We are just going with Nissa. Oh, here's my new creature. Let's go this one. This is also way better for the self-milling, because we draw 2 cards on. Look at this value, man. Like, look, this deck just goes absolutely nuts. And we have enough for us to use the ultimate. And we are doing man, this is absolute insanity. Please discard some hands, because I need to do it for free now. Let's go like this. Our opponent is like, and this is what I was saying when I said, moment he whiffs for a single moment, we absolutely, bury him beneath the value. Alright guys, we are ultra ramping, but we don't have too much to ramp into. Let's go for the dinosaur right now. Even though we don't have one, this might be our 3-drop. And we need to start doing some lands. Like, we have a lot of tools, but we need to draw them. The ramp is great, but we need also lands, the natural lands. Alright, we are getting there. And we will have so much. I think we go double swamp here, because we are guaranteed to take one more forest from the deck. And we already have triple green. I mean, we are really ramping. I don't know where we are ramping, but we are. Alright, Audacity is incredibly perfect for them. So they basically invested all of the mana in this turn into the attack that they just got. Alright, listen, that's close. So we need to go with Glimpse the Core first, because we need a land for the next turn. Let's go for the green one. I mean, we don't really have a choice. This cannot target battles, right? Just making sure. Man, there was a time where it wasn't a difference whether it named creature, planeswalker, and face, and any target. But now we are just in this any target realm. So, this is his last play, unless he draws a land. I think we still kill the Kami. So I want as little creatures as possible on this turn. So let's see the attack. We will kill the Kami. I guess we have to do it right now, right? And we keep the March because it will get better. So they will get the card. But at the same time, how many... Man, there is a chance. I think they are getting the Kami back, right? Because the enchantment went into the graveyard. So they might actually discard something. Which is nice. So we basically don't lose value. And our opponent's board is not super scared right now. They can discard Kami and get it back later. Are you serious? Oh boy, I didn't see this card in a while. It's absolutely amazing. Alright, let's think about it. We have a winning play, right? Yeah, let's go for the Titan. I want to actually threaten lethal on them. So we go... Definitely Rhino. We could kill the Companion. It's not very good. I can get the shield counter, because that will mean that I can deadly cover up everything and then attack with the Titan. They can break the shield counter very easily, so it might be wasted. But it's not big point of blocking this, I think. We'll see. We also have a March, so when we don't have anything to do with our mana, we can swing the life totals really quickly. Naturalis is perfect for them. That means they can go absolutely crazy. Weaver of Harmony. I think this might be deadly cover-up. Especially they don't have Kami in the graveyard, so they are not getting this part of value. It won't be easy. It won't be easy. But we can get there. So I can deadly cover-up right now. And I don't have... Yeah, I can exile something. I'm not sure what. Maybe Naturalist. We can also attack. And force them to... Like, they will block with Companion, take 5 damage and attack us. And this could be devastating. So I think we go with this. I actually go with this. So we lose Rhino, as expected, but that's fine. And I will collect evidence. Like, we can definitely improve a little bit our chances. Alright, this is scary, because they can take the removal with this, but it will cost them 2 turns, right? Because they don't have 5 mana to do it on this turn, so that's super important. Naturalis seems like the best deal. This is one of the scarce cards of this whole deck. Because that lets them to multi-spell very easily. Alright, alright. I'm happy with my choice, I think it was good. And we can remove the next creature. I mean, let's glimpse the core. We could go for the extra creature, which honestly is nice. Alright, I think on this turn it's worth it. We also get more mana for March for the future, so our life gain will be better. It won't be easy for them to multi-spell, they need to hit a land right now. And at any point we can draw a 7-drop that will probably close the game. Like, the first one is needed to stabilize, the second one is to win. Alright, Weaver of Harmony. Good call, good call. But now we can start pressuring them, and we can also destroy double block. Well, not the best draw of my life, that's for sure. Swing. So we lost 7 damage, but now we get 11. That's a lot. Smart, smart. They don't need to block on this turn. However, that means we can go for a huge march. I think we should be fine here. Especially with Cottage, even though it's not the best draw of the deck, that's kinda the cool thing about this. Early game it just is used as a land. Late game, you just use it as a mana sink. Alright. Let's set. Yep, here it comes. That's what we are talking about. We need to kill them very quickly. My turn. So I can get rid of the Kami. They will block the Cottage with this, and this with this, so we deal 7 damage only. I don't think we need a huge swing here. So I can see this being a mistake, but we are going with this. Oh boy, this is a weird one. We don't have shield counters, so we cannot go with it. Alright, let's go. Let's do a full swing. On the bright side, it doesn't give them very good, you know, a very good place. We take their graveyard. I think it's a dust. I don't know. Sometimes they can get something that gets enchantment back from the graveyard. I'm not sure. Probably not a difference at all. And we have enough mana to kill anything. Yep, if they go for double block, we kill everything. They will get back the Kami, but it will be a small Kami. Yeah, we don't have a way to prevent this part. Not without deadly cover-up. Alright, I think that will be it. Let's go for March here. So they're losing everything. Let's go for 4-5, right? We can tap it now. Yep. This gives us more life gain. And let's go for the bigger creature, I guess. Because why not? That basically swept the board for free. And now they can remove our Titan. But the problem is that they also need to defend against potentially 2 creatures. Don't forget, every turn we can just top deck a card that wins the game. So this is like the... yeah. Our opponent knows that he will be short on 1 play. He can block 1 of the creatures, but not 2. Very well played, my friend, very well played. As you can see, a single Titan of Industry basically can fully stabilize you against this kind of deck. And man, if we had better draw with like Vaultborn Tyrants, like this would be way easier. Alright, we don't have Zendikar. It's scary. We have a single ramp, so that means we get deadly cover up faster. Hopefully that's enough. Hopefully that's enough. We don't have turn 1 plays, so why not play this one? Alright. Oh, it's a control. I don't love it. But we have Cavern of Souls, which looks super cooler than normally. And they have Field of Rain. Cool. Cool. I also have to show what we have. Let's go for a Dinosaur, because it not only hits the Tyrant as a 7-drop payout, but also a Stomper. But I don't think our draw is good enough. Like, we will probably start whiffing right now, and our opponent will... Yep, let's start whiffing. So basically we stopped playing the game. At this point we are probably out. I will give him... Like, I will give Shuffler one more turn. Like, if we had Zendikar here, I can see us winning, but with no ramp, our ramp deck... Like, we have 4 7-drops and no lands to play. Alright, this is... You know what? I'll continue. With this, there is a chance. I will take a land. I guess we just, you know, naturally ramp by playing lands. Alright, love it. Let's kill it at dance step. Thank you. I mean, that's the best value we'll get from this. They also have Jace, but it's fine. Jace is not quick to kill us, you know? They should Field of Ruin on this turn, because it prevents the uncounterability, and also it shuffles our library, and we have to shuffle. And they know that we kept on top, so we like the card. Thank you. Absolutely love it. One more! One more! Oh boy. Do you feel the insane tempo that we have in this game? It's like... this is the type of tempo we have in this game. Like, we missed, I think, 3 or 4 turns by now of plays. So... Alright, make it 5. Make it 5. This is an anti-ramp. We actually are slower than just playing 7 lands in a row. We are actually slower than this. So yeah, our draw is definitely not where we wanted. Interesting they went with the cottage. Let's go for a lot of green mana. Even though we can glimpse the core, here we actually want to... Maybe not double spell, but we don't want to be constrained on the mana. Yep. I honestly, they should go for it. Like, I don't understand why they're not doing it. I guess they have Sunfalls and stuff, but listen, I'll take it. Our dinosaur ramp on the first turn when we can play 7-drop. Man, Shuffler doesn't like us this game. Like, I'll be honest, this is extremely below average draw. This is the type of draw that when you sit, I mean, you know that you lost. And there's not much you can do about it. You just need to roll the dice and get a better draw. But we'll try. This is... What? You are a dinosaur, right? It is a dinosaur. It's not red. I guess if you have the custom style, I guess the red thingy doesn't happen. I think there was in the background, right? I've seen something red here. So this is not the type of card that you want to remove at the end step. They can Sunfall it, and I would guess that's the play, unless they march and exile a lot. Yeah, I think they will just Sunfall, and because we whiff for so many turns, they can Sunfall into a counter spell, which means that next spells will be harder to cast. Normally you cast it quick enough that they probably don't even have the Sunfall, but even if they do, they are fully tapped and you just keep attacking them every turn until they stop having Sunfalls. So that's the difference between good and bad draw. It changes how the game completely works. Like, the whole point of this deck is having 7-drop before the 7-drop is, you know, the stage of the game. That's fine. That's a very heavy tap. They will probably Sunfall this. I can go with Rex, but I want it as the last play, but basically. I can kill one thing. They had some troubles with... I don't really think we go with the Rhino. And I want to deny them cards. I know they have a lot, but listen, I think it's better than the shield counter. White doesn't really destroy very often. Like, they have so many exile effects, it's kind of the same as destroying. See, it wouldn't make a difference. And this is already good for Sunfall, just because, you know? So now they have a counter spell. So now, to be absolutely honest, we could go for Invasion of Zendikar, but I don't want to stop pressuring them. This is simple. Yeah, I guess there's something red here, so it is you know what? This is actually interesting, because you can use the style to prevent, control opponents seeing that it's uncounterable. I think they still get the prompt, right? So it's not the big deal, but, you know, I mean, if you min-max, I mean, this is min-maxing, you know? Alright, I don't think we have any chance. Like, they can answer at this point. Like, we gave them 4 or 5 extra turns. They can set up everything at this point. You are ramping for a good reason here. They also will have Emperor, so when we attack, this probably gets exiled very quickly and very easily. Yeah, we need to be careful. I think I will go Zendikar into Stomper potentially. First Zendikar to avoid all no more lives, and then Stomper because it's uncounterable. By the way, they still have this Field of Ruin, which is kinda insane. This is a nice play to set up bigger plays for the next turns, but it's not amazing. It's not amazing for sure. I'm pretty sure the Tyrant will die. I have one Glimpse the Core, but I probably... well, let's go for this one. I don't think we should have core issues here. So, I could try to deadly cover, like, we cannot just not attack. This will die to the Emperor, I'm pretty sure of it. Alright. Okay, I'll take it. So, the second next thing is Sunfall probably. They will cast Memory Douche at the end step and get the right cards. But I mean, we are getting some extra value, so it's nice for us. I don't want to play more into this board. Let's just ramp for the next turn so we can, like, at some point we might be able to double 7-drop. And that's why we kept Forest in the deck. Yeah, this is enough pressure to force a Sunfall probably. It could also be Farewell, but they don't care about our graveyard too much. They have good cards in their graveyard. And I mean, Farewell is basically worse Sunfall at this point. I wish I had Go for the Throat, because then I would kill the Tyrant in response and get free value, but we don't. We don't. And because they are so far ahead of where they should be, they have like Sunfall into 7 mana or 6 mana. Alright, so that means they don't have a Sunfall. You usually play 1 Farewell, so there is a chance that was their last big sweeper. And Nissa is amazing. We probably need to resolve her when he cannot counter her. If I play this, they will counter it with 3 steps ahead. Then we could deadly cover up. What do we want to deadly cover up? Oh boy, this will be a hard one. That's not great. That's not great. We could go with Rex, because we know this will be hard to answer on this turn. Yeah, I think that's the play. This cannot be countered anyway. So let's... okay, I like this play a lot. I'll tell you exactly why in a second. Alright, we go with this. Emperor doesn't hit it. White March doesn't hit it. Trample, so this doesn't matter. And if they want to Sunfall... okay, we can follow up with a Stomper, and then we also have Cottage for the next turn. So we prepare for better next turn with this. We force a super heavy tap. I mean with Swing, right? They can still play the Emperor and pay the ward on the next turn. This is very cool way to go around ward. So you don't really need 8 mana in 1 turn, so you just need 8 mana between 2 turns. And sometimes that's enough to kill one big creature that your opponent relies on. So no, a lot of ways to go around it. They probably don't have a way to kill this, but we'll see. I mean, they can exile like 5 cards and they can absolutely kill it, but they probably cannot. And I think they were waiting with 3 steps ahead to counter something. And we also have uncounterable Stomper for the next, play. I wonder, will they block? That's interesting. They don't really gain anything from this. I guess they are a bit more mana efficient, so that means they will go... Man, if I had untapped land, I could play Nissa right now. That would be insane. Right, so they really don't want to target it. So I don't think Stomper will make any difference, but we need to kinda pressure them on this. Like, they use Farewell, they didn't have Sunfall, and we want to make sure that if they whiff on this, they will get super punished. This is our last basic, we need to keep it in mind. And as you can see, we actually have so much mana. We need more mana, because if I could play this into 7 mana Nissa, that would be insanely good for us. But unfortunately we were short on like 3 mana. Here's the Emperor, but man, if they want to target, that's 8 mana. That's a lot. Alright. They still have a counter spell mana, so we probably need to run one spell into the counter spells. Unless they kill Stomper with White March, that will tap them fully. Like, usually play a lot of White Marches in this deck. They also have Smites, so they definitely play more than one. Alright. So if I attack, I think we should go with the Cottage. This is a prime target for White March, unfortunately. Okay, we didn't tap Caverns. I was scared for a moment. I want to get rid of the Emperor. And also we attack Memory Deluge here. They don't want this to be attacking. Alright, that's a lot of mana. We cannot use this. And we also don't have basics, so this will actually destroy our land. That's good for them. But it also means they only have normalized mana. I really hope they will try to protect their Emperor. Okay, they don't have anything. I think they had priority when this was on the stack. I really want to play Nissa. I can get double completion. I mean, it's something. Do I think... They definitely have normalized in the deck, right? They have to. They absolutely have to. So... if I play Titan, it gets countered. Alright. Not really the play I would love to make. But this is the one we have to. We can pay 3. They cannot 3 steps ahead. They need a hard negate here. Alright. And you know, we are low on loyalty on her, but it will stack. So at some point it won't super matter. And this provides fodder for sweeping. Oh my god, I tell you, this is what happens when you give your opponent 5 extra turns to, you know, do whatever he wants. Like, you will never fight this value, because they have more value than you, and it's also more tempo efficient. Like, my value is 7 drops, their value is 2 mana. So they get 5 mana advantage, and you really need to go hard on this. We will go with Invasion of Zendikar. We don't have basics, but we can try to threaten another scary board, but don't worry, they will sweep it again. And that's the best we can do. And we attack first so we can force them to, you know, react, which gives us a little bit better chance at Titan of Industry. It doesn't matter too much, but for example, right now, we cannot pay 3 mana, but they cannot 3 steps ahead. This will be normalized and we scoop. But we needed to make those plays, the rest is just, you know, about the shuffler. 3 steps ahead, there is no point in playing, you cannot win this. The whole point of a ramp deck is that you get those things 5 times, like, you know, on turn 4 and 5. We actually played our 7 drop slower than it was normally played. So yeah. Alright, so I think we will make a short outro on this one. Honestly, the last game was a good example what happens if you miss the beat. The whole idea is that potentially you can glimpse the core on turn 2, then go Invasion of Zendikar on turn 3, and then on turn 4 you can actually play those. Man, that's insane. You get basically a 3-turn advantage over where they can answer those kind of creatures. And the power of 7 drop is that normally it's so powerful that your opponent probably needs more than 7 mana to answer it, because the abilities are so good. So if it enters even faster than normally, I mean, this is the power of the ramp decks. However, you need to set up nicely. With Up The Beanstalk, our late game becomes way better than usually, and especially that even Zendikar and Stomper, the cards that are generally meant to ramp you, are really great just value engines. Like, man, this is a 4/4 with haste and vigilance and giving mana. This kinda the same. So even if you hit those, they're a good filler to just continue making pressure. You don't forget you have Cavern of Souls in this deck, so you can absolutely force control decks to not be able to answer your plays. However, you need to ramp, you need to be aggressive. If you give them too much time, you've seen what happens. And against the aggro decks, I think it's even easier because they don't have Sunforce, they really don't have a way to deal with those creatures. Especially Tyrant, like when you play both of them in one deck, you kinda get a feeling which one you prefer, and it feels that I usually prefer Tyrant. The only upside for Titan is that you get two different blockers, so if your opponent is super close to killing you, it stabilizes a little bit better, but at the cost of the future plays. So yeah, that's kind of the feeling. And yeah, we talked that we will, discuss how to make it future proof. This is one of the decks that doesn't really lose too much. Still, Titan of Industry, that's the biggest thing. This is actually something we lose. Here, Stomper, I think we can try Trailblazer. It's not the same because you get mana for one turn. However, you also get the card advantage when you play the 7 drops. So in some ways it can be better and you will probably get the additional mana. So even though it's a little bit slower, on the first 7 drop it makes exactly the same play but better. So this could be interesting, and it also has 4 power, so you can flip the Zendikar, right? So a very cool replacement basically. For Titan of Industry, this will be the hardest one. You can go absolutely more Nissa and Rex. I'm not sure if we get something that life gains. This is the kind of card you want the most, but don't forget we had for a while Titan of Industry, and that was your only big stabilization life gain creature, and now we have Tyrant, so it kinda needs to take the place. It might get a little bit more, more rough in the future, but I think we can salvage it. We'll try it probably. And the March. The March is kinda a big one because it doesn't really have a replacement. You just need to go with cheaper removal, like go for the throat, and maybe, the Derrison was something that crossed my mind. I think it's deadly. Let's go for Derrison. I butchered this play. Alright. Yeah, the region. Alright, whatever. So this could be something that supplements ramp very nicely. I was thinking about this card, so we can try doing this, but none of them life gains, so you are losing this part unless, there will be new cards that do it. So yeah, this is kind of how you have to deal with this after rotation, but for now it's absolutely great. You also lose this, so your mana base will get a bit wonky. This deck is kind of susceptible to this, but with Stomper gone, it's not as pressing to have double green on turn 3. So yeah, the Trailblazer is cheaper, right? I think it's 1 green. Yep, 1 green. So as you can see, you can make the replacements already, but we will also see about the new card, so it can be even easier maybe, potentially, we will see. And yeah, honestly, I like the deck. It's one of the most action-packed, fun decks in Standard, I think, just because every creature does something super cool, you get them faster, and you can even challenge an aggro deck, just because of the life gain and, the sheer power you get. So, as always, outro was longer than expected, but I think we got some good value in the end, so I hope it was practical, I hope it was useful. Thank you for watching as always, you guys are absolutely awesome, and I really hope you enjoyed this video and this deck. So yeah, thank you, and see you guys tomorrow.